So the episode starts off with Maki making her way home to collect her cursed tools. And there she's met with Naoya, who is just a disappointment. And as Naoya is roasting her, Maki just walks off and ignores his ass. And then we get a not that good of a transition into a flashback of Naoya bullying Maki when she was a kid. Sad. And as Maki makes her way down to the cursed warehouse, her mom tells her that they're not allowed to be down in the cellar. But Maki tells her that the head of the clan gave her permission, and it's revealed that our favorite crash out Megami is now the new head of the Zen'In clan. The reason why is because that she would gain the inheritance as well as information about the big three.
Motherfuck the big three, nigga, it's just big me, nigga, bum!
The beef ended almost 2 years ago, and people still won't let it go. But anyways, all in all, Megami is kind of a nepo baby, and Maki wants to be a good sister to Mai. Get it? Got it? Good. And as we cut to the present, Maki continues to ignore her mom until she says, Damn, who is she? My mom? I'm kidding. My mom loves me very much. Unlike Maki's. Anyways! As the chains on the door fall off, Maki walks through and sees her dad. And Mai, who's bleeding. Oh, damn, that's bad. So synopsis is, Maki's dad took away all the cursed tools because he knew she was coming to get them. All while Naoya and Junichi are talking about killing Maki, Mai, and Megami because they want to unseal Gojo. Free Gojo till it's backwards! And then we learned that Maki's dad came up with the idea of him icing his own kids? Ah, nah, yeah. Add him to the list of other terrible anime dads. You know what? I'll add their mom there too. I got some nice seats next to Ragyo and Chiltucker for both of y'all love bird b****s. Anyways, as Ego takes a stance, Maki unravels her own cursed tool to compete. But she gets bodied in like 4 hits. Sad. And then he says he couldn't be head of the clan because his daughters were so garbage. His own flesh and blood were so bad that they were the only thing holding him back from being the head of the clan. And then he throws his kids into a cellar full of curses and closes the door, presumably letting the twins die. But then here comes Mai to the rescue as she makes this beach thing because her curse technique lets her make things. Look, man, I don't know. All I know is that Mai is gonna die. And also apparently being twins in JJK means that both people are seen as one person, meaning Maki is Mai and Mai is Maki. Insert I am you joke here. And Maki pleads with her sister to stay, but Mai has already made up her mind as she takes everything, including the cursed energy, and leaves Maki with one thing and asks her to keep this one promise. And as Maki snaps back to reality with a new sword, she pleads with Mai, telling her to wake up, fully knowing that her sister is gone. Then Ogi's body starts trembling, remembering the fear that he tried to forget. The one and only, that nigga Toji. Oh yeah! Then Ogi takes a stance and slashes everything in the vicinity. And before he can do anything else, that nigga's top half slides right off his body. Maki really turned her pops into a convertible. Bro stepped into the barbershop and said, "Hey, I'll take a little off the top." And the barber said, "Oh, say less." And as Maki walks off, freshly offing her pops, she grips the sword and says, "Mai, hajimeru." And getting to it, she did. Cause when she walks into the room, dual wielding both blades in hand, surrounded by many Zen'In clan members, she has an air of confidence like no one's business. She pulled up the exact same way on them, the same way she pulled up on her pops. And remembering the promise she made with her sister, she intends to make that promise a reality. The clan members run up on her just for her to catch 4 bodies in one swing. Then she starts going nuts, slicing faces, cutting off arms, backflipping to launch said arms into this guy, cut out this dude's jugular, sliced out his face, and kicking is just to kick his. And then we have, oh god, I need a random name. John? Sure, John. John starts flexing around his bell staff skills. Bro really thinks he's Goku and or Dante. And bro did all that just to get bodied. Sad. RIP to John Zen'In. You might be missed. Then she walks forward, no effort bodies these two, pulls the blades out and bodies the father with a beautiful angle with this floor perspective. Then she blocks this dude, or farms for a bit, and cuts his guts out, letting his sword fly in the air to body this guy right here. God damn. Honestly, I kind of feel bad for this guy. Not even taken out by Maki herself, but getting off by her own homie's weapon. Now that's just sad. And then we get a slideshow of Maki just wrecking havoc, blowing niggas back and kicking this dude so hard that he splits his face open. And then for this next part, Maki just looks bored because she nonchalantly beheads these two, swiftly cuts down this guy with the cheekiest smile on her face, weaves this dude's sword, and gives him the most devious side eye, cutting his sword in half, in turn cutting him in half as well. Like Maki, I know you hate them, but at least take this seriously, god damn! Then this dude chucks some kunais, but Maki turns into the goat and redirects it into this nigga's head, cuts this dude up, and chucks the sword into this guy's head. And said sword just turned into a Beyblade as it just auto-kills any Zen'In clan member, all while Maki just catching bodies as well. And then Maki jumps up like,
"Oh, y'all thought you were safe from the smoke too?" Wait.
And yeah, them boys just get off screen. They never stood a chance, oh my god. Then Maki jumps down and speed blitz through the fodder, taking their ankles, becoming Gojo with this smooth as hell dodge into a backflip into taking this nigga's ankles, and turning into prime Yuri Katsuki, skating on blood up to this guy, gets close, stares into his soul, and hits him with a 1-inch punch of doom. Golly! Now Maki, what did this guy in particular do to you for you to have to hit him with the Ip Man Classic? Did he sell you in your Rivals match? Like, god damn. But in all seriousness, this gotta be one of the better ways to go out. Other dude got collided by his own homie's weapon. I'd rather go out like that guy than this guy. Anyways, and then we see the remaining Zen'In clan Kirkru unit members, and I just give up, in both senses of the phrase, cause at this point, Maki is in her own head feeling herself, cutting off arms, jumping over and bisecting the slicey dicey, and... oh nah, I take back what I said about the other guys. That is definitely one of the worst ways to go out. But as Maki just keeps cutting niggas up and flying through them, she herself turns into a human Beyblade, moving so fast to the point where I don't even think she's even doing anything, until she stops in the middle of all of them, and G, Maki wins. Flawless victory.
Fatality.
Oh my god!
She's
so goddamn cool!
守備はどうだい
Now what the hell were you doing, buddy? Were the sounds of the slaughter of your fellow clansmen just white noise for you to fall asleep to? But let's ignore that. Let's focus on Maki, who gets ascended into the sky via rock hands with an ocean of blood pouring out of the sides as Maki just stands in it. Kinda gross. Then the hands close in and squash Maki within the sea of blood, definitely killing her. And then we meet these three dudes, and they're apparently the Zen'In clan's strongest sorcerers. And man, look, I don't see any sorcerers. All I see are just a bunch of lambs sent to the slaughter. Cause as soon as homeboy closes his eyes, he blocks immediately as Maki pops into the frame, both sweaty as hell. And both of them start going crazy until Maki breaks his sword, snatches his jugular, and before he could do anything else, his own broken sword flies back and clocks him in the dome. Golly, it sucks to be some of y'all Zen'In clan members. Then the old Zen'In dude hops into the fray, only for his jugular to get snatched and becoming collateral in the process. But then a pair of eyes appear behind Maki to keep her in place. But look at this demented ass smile. She's enjoying this. I'm not fighting her. And she's bringing to the paralysis. I'm not fighting her. And oh my god, nigga, stop f***ing ore farming. This is Toji reincarnated. Kill the bitch. And I guess bro finally heard me. Cause that nigga comes out with more fists behind him than when Deku fought Overhaul. And then a maelstrom of punches descend down and unload into Maki, as well as destroying the hand structure, along with more giant fists descending from the heavens that just straight up nuke this relative area, sending everything flying and killing anyone else that Maki probably didn't kill. And as the smoke clears, this dude Ranta is basically dead, but is dying at peace because he's happy that his homie finally put Maki in the dirt. Oh, nah, she is like that. New favorite female character unlocked. But anyways, as Maki chucks his head into the lake, Naya pulls up and asks her if a bitch like her has a heart. But Maki tells him, and then we get Naoya's flashback, and he's just what I expected. A brat. But all of that changed the minute he met the one and only, that Toji.
Oh, yeah.
And Toji is just farming and mogging the camera. Bro is farming more aura even from the grave. But back to Naoya. He was gonna slander him. But that man Naoya met Toji one time, and his whole life changed. And as we cut back to the present, Naoya starts piecing up Maki and bouncing that little nigga off the glass. As he says,
お前は当時君やない
and he starts glazing. Like, bro, Leland said it best.
Get off that nigga dick, bro. What is you doing?
Brother, hop off it and let my guy rest in peace.
サトル君を除いて
And he's glazing Gojo now too? Oh my god, bro, pop it out when you're done. But as Naoya is piecing up Maki with punches that don't look like they hurt at all, he beats Maki through several mountain ranges and chucks her through another as Naoya continuously keeps gassing himself up and beating the shit out of Maki, bouncing her up and down inside of the rocks, and is JoJo stand rushing Maki so hard to the point where she busts out of the mountain range. Again. But all of that was apparently for naught, cause she is just skating on the rocks, just farming. Oh nah, Maki's top 5, and she ain't 4, 3, or 2. My god, she's the GOAT. But Maki keeps skating on the rocks until she stomps on the ground, clasps her hands, and stops completely and waits patiently. For what you ask? Naoya, who is giga fast blasting through houses, running on water, breaking more rocks, and is running like Thawne gave him motivation. But Maki was reading Naoya like a book that whole time he was pummeling her. Cause when Naoya goes in for the kill, Maki turns around with the swiftness and catches that man lacking at the right moment. And all Naoya gotta be thinking in his head right now is,
damn, he really about to rock my shit.
God damn, she hit that nigga in the water reblade 4 different times. And she laid that nigga the skull. Okay, now look, I know that people are putting these two in the same boat for obvious reasons. But Maki's clan slaughter was way better than Itachi's. Plus, Itachi had help, while Maki did this whole thing solo dolo. All in all, Maki is over Itachi in terms of clan slaughter, in terms of ruthlessness. Anyways, after Maki treated Naoya like he's a kainu, she goes around to tie up some loose ends. She goes around the mansion, finds her mom, and kills her. Naoya, somehow, is still kicking, saying that some woman wouldn't be able to kill him. But Maki's mom ends up sending that man packing to the lobby. A misogynist getting taken out by a woman. Ironic. But anyways, then all the remaining members of the Zen'In clan all meet untimely deaths, which in the process lets them get booted out of the big 3 families. As then the episode ends with Maki leaving the premises, fully prepared for the Cullen Games.